Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the brand new 2021 Netflix original film, Love Hard. This is produced by McG. Throughout the entire film, I was like, why do I love this effing movie so much? It's because it's produced by McG. I love McG's work. Absolutely love McG. And McG with Netflix is just a perfect combo. So this stars Nina Dobrev, this stars Darren Barnett, this stars Jimmy O Yang. Nina plays Natalie, Jimmy plays Josh, Darren plays Tag. And I love, and again, Darren is a Netflix boy now. We have 2 seasons so far of Never Have I Ever. We have American Pie Presents Girls Rule, or something like that, Girls Rules. We now have Love Hard, but in Never Have I Ever and American Pie Presents Girls Rules, he is to be clean shaven because he's to be a high schooler, right? In this film, since he is actually 31 years old, he gets to play a 30-year-old, 31-year-old with facial hair. And I was like, oh, Darren finally being himself. It's great. We know and love Nina since, the onset of Vampire Diaries about a decade ago. Jimmy O Yang is an incredible stand-up comedian. They're all in their 30s. They're all 30, 31. So it's a perfect combo. This is a millennial film. And to have the epic debate of Die Hard versus Love Actually is the greatest Christmas film, absolutely perfect. So this film is about catfishing. Natalie is on a dating app and she comes across Josh's profile, but with Tag's picture. So she's falling in love with who she thinks is Tag, but it's really Josh. Josh's personality, Josh's thoughts and ideas and opinions, right? She then decides to fly to Lake Placid, New York from Los Angeles, 3,000 miles away, to surprise him for Christmas. But it turns out it's Jimmy O Yang as Josh and not Darren Barnett as Josh. So it's a thing, right? Jimmy's character of Josh convinces Natalie to stay, to just play along, be his girlfriend until, Christmas. That way they could just have an epic blowout, breakup. But in the process, he will help get Tag, who is his, old friend from school, to fall in love with Nina's character of Natalie. So then she's pretending to be someone that she's really not in order to impress Tag. So she's essentially catfishing Tag as Josh has catfished her. So it's a catfish triangle all around. Then there's a massive blow up at the end and epic speeches and fake engagements and things, right? But bro, this is an hour 46 minutes long, right? I normally have my opinions with films that are longer than an hour and a half. I say many times. I've explained why. But to pitch this as a rom-com, this is really more of a drama than it is actually a rom-com. It's still technically a rom-com. This is more of a drama. I am blown away with this film. I had high expectations for this film, but it blew me out of the water. I got choked up so many times watching this film in a dramatic sense. Jimmy's speech in that nursing home about deceiving yourself and trying to be someone you're not, it was mind-blowing, because you have two sides of the same catfishing coin, the lie to and the lie-e, but it could be reversed. And it was incredible. Absolutely. You felt so bad for him, just explaining these things about, it's not just about looks, it's about feelings and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible. The longevity of this film is fantastic, and I love that it brings another representation matters bit to this, talking about family, talking about culture, talking about different aspects, and it's so great. I didn't expect this to be as incredible as it actually is, and to end this as our Christmas movie marathon ending, I'm blown away. I'm so happy and honored that we went through this ride together, all of us together. I believe it is December 25th when I am posting this. I am currently recording this at 22:43, which is 10:43 p.m. for those of you that don't speak military time, on December 11th, 2021, 14 days before Christmas. But if my math is correct, this is Christmas Day that I'm actually posting this. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas to all. So this came out in the beginning of November, and it's been on my list of things to watch and review since October, actually, when I started the Christmas list, Christmas movie review list. And I wanted to save the best for last, and I had expectations of this being the best for last, and it was the best. It was incredible. We had some really bad Christmas films that we watched and reviewed, but then we had good films, then we had great films, then we had incredibly awesome films. This is one of the incredibly awesome films. I'd have to do a complete recap to see which are the top 5 for the ones we just did this 2021 season. I'm blown away with this film. I really am. And Darren's speech at the end too, and Nina doing the Love Actually cardboard of the two of them, and it was just so raw. It was real. Like, I felt for these characters. Maybe because I'm the same age as them? I don't know, man. I really don't know. And it's funny because I have no love interest. I have no interest for love. I am so content with watching things, reading, and sleeping. I'm so content with my art projects. I have very little interest in socializing at this present state, which is funny because I was so social when I was younger, but things change and we learn to adapt. I've said this a few times. I write in a journal each night. Just recap the day, thoughts, feelings, who I talked to, what I did, stuff, right? But every 6 months I post a update of like all the journals, like in a picture. Like, no one can do. I've done this consecutively since January 1st, 2010. So we're way past 10 years. Like, we're in the 11th year. And then to see my life change through the pages, it's frightening. And I hate reading it back. But who can say that they can actually see when things change? Most people can't. The you that you were 3 months ago is not the you that you are now. For whatever reason, for better or worse. The you that you were 3 months ago is not the you that you were. The I that I was end of August, well, middle of August, right? Is not the me that I am now. It's interesting watching the change. It's interesting, going through all of this. And I think why I'm revelating on this, that's revelating? I don't know. There's a word. There's a verb of revelation. I can't think of the verb for revelation, the adjective, but it'll come to me. So why I'm saying all this is because it ties to this film that people change and things change, and it actually coincides with the movie we just saw and reviewed before this, Single All the Way. Sometimes things are in front of you that you don't realize, right? If Peter and Nick finally decided to date because they finally realized that they were meant for each other in Single All the Way, and Natalie realized that Josh is actually perfect for her, and he doesn't have to be the quote-unquote perfect guy. That it's realizing what's in front of you. It's realizing who you are and trying to figure out who you are and be comfortable who you are enough to express that with others. In this particular case of myself, I don't need that in a partner aspect. I just need it in a being comfortable with myself aspect. That's all we can really hope for. Is if you're not comfortable with yourself, if you don't like yourself, then people aren't going to like you. And it doesn't have to be you have to make people like you. You can have a big FU or a whole dilligaff. Does it look like I give a fudge? You have to be happy, or try to be happy. Life isn't all about checklists. You're not supposed to get married and have babies or go to college and graduate. Like, certain checklists work for certain people, but not everybody is the same checklist. There's a cartoon from years ago about public schooling. A fish can't climb a tree. Monkey can climb a tree. Squirrel can climb a tree. Fish can't climb a tree. Most dogs can't climb a tree. A cow. I don't think a cow can climb a tree. Just because it works for someone doesn't mean it works for you. Everybody learns differently. Everybody is different. No two people are the same. And that's the point of it. We're supposed to be comfortable in ourselves in order to like ourselves to make sure we get through the days. And that's the big takeaway from these two films. Of course they're Christmas films. Of course they're beautiful Christmas films. And this film is absolutely incredible. Love Hard was absolutely incredible. And it's hysterical, and I understand the words, because it's a combination of Love Actually and Die Hard. That's why the movie's called Love Hard, for those of you that didn't just realize that. Love Actually, Die Hard, Love Hard. Ha 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 ha. Bringing the two of them together, Josh's character and Natalie's character. Josh loves Love Actually. She likes Die Hard. Love Hard. Ha ha! Peas in a pod. Oh, Mick G, you clever bastard, you. Yeah, this was a great film to end on our marathon. It's a great perspective of life. It's a great perspective on acceptance of oneself, being comfortable with oneself, being happy with oneself, in order to get through the day of life. That is absolute chaos, and we all experience chaos differently, but that's what it is. Chaos. We're just floating stardust pieces in this infinite galactic universe, meeting other universes, and the multiverse has been opened ever since Harambe died in 2016. Rest in peace. And on that note, Mucho mahalo.